Hello, everybody. Very good evening. Hello, dear students. Very good evening. Please respond if I'm audible to everyone. Guys, do respond me if I'm audible. So let's wait for a couple of minutes more. Let's other get joined, then we'll continue. Minachi, we have to wait for 2 to 3 minutes more, then we'll continue. Okay. Okay, then you should remove some unwanted emails from your inbox. So might be those mails will come, which is in the pipeline. Neha, Neha, if you're not yet received any email, right? So you can simply send us your email address. We will forward it to you. Okay? Even you can write it down in the chat window. I'm forwarding to you that email. Okay, I think we are good to go now, right? So I'm just sharing my screen. Just do confirm anyone if the screen is visible now. Yeah, thank you. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, let's start. So I'm here. Neha, you have to wait. Yeah, I got it. I got it, your email address, but at least you have to wait and concentrate on these questions, okay? And don't worry, you will get the file and the file and the questionnaire both. Okay, so I think I have completed. The guys, do you remember? Like, move the line on the chart, outbound sheet. Okay, this one we have done in the inbound uh, calls. Worksheet modify the sent. Okay, okay, okay. I think the question number T4 I have to explain one more time. Am I right? Or T4 is being clear to everyone? Guys, please respond. I have to explain T4. Okay, let me explain this one more time. I'll take very short time to complete this one. Move the line chart on the outbound calls worksheet to a new chart sheet named well tour sheets. You have to go to this outbound calls. Okay, there will be a line chart. Fine. So like earlier it was there. Fine. I think I have already moved it here. Fine. So assume that this is the chart which I need to, which I wants to move it on a fresh new sheet. It doesn't matter this one is a column chart or that one is a line chart. Okay, you must have to understand the question here, right? So this is the chart. You have to click. I'm so sorry. You have to click on this chart, and then you have to click on this chart design. Okay, now in 2016 version, whenever you select a chart, you will get two tabs in the ribbon. That's one is chart design and the format. Okay, so you have to be here in the chart design, and inside the chart design you will get this option is called a move chart, right? If you just clicked on this move chart, this pop-up will get appear. Now here you will get two objects. One is object in, the second one is a new sheet. So as per that question, it says this chart should get moved. Okay, should get moved to another sheet. Okay, so you have to select this option and just type the name. What is mentioned in the question? As you can see, like the name of that sheet will be well tour and sales. So you have to just type this name here in this box and just say okay. When you just click on this OK, this chart will get moved on a fresh new sheet. As you can see, name is well tool cell, and look, this line chart is now is available on this fresh new sheet. Fine. So this is the way how we approach this question to move any chart in a in a particular sheet. Clear? Is that clear now? You just please respond me, guys. Perfect. So yeah. So now moving on to the next question, and let's read out what it is. So I'm just going down and look at this one. This question is says like on the inbound calls worksheet, modify the St. Louis sales by product chart to show product on the horizontal axis and the month as a series. Wow. Look, understand the question and then we'll go and handle it, right? So this is what exactly you guys have to do in the examination. At least read question very carefully, at least try to understand what is the meaning behind it, like what exactly, you know sometimes the question is really very tricky. Okay, maybe you like one time when you read, you just understand, okay, this is what exactly I have to do. But there could be the possibility is maybe it is something else. So you have to read your question carefully, and you know what, always try to just concatenate them in a small part, right? Just look on the inbound call worksheet. Now that is the first part, means I have to go to this inbound calls worksheet. And then the second part is start from modify the St. Louis sales by product chart. Possibly there will be a chart, okay, named it St. Louis sales by product, which I need to find out. And then the third part is show product on the horizontal axis. So the product, there will be one area, one column there could be one field named as product that should be in a horizontal axis, okay, and month as a series. Fine. So these are the parts of this question. You have to just summarize in your mind. And you know what, everybody? Don't be in hurry. You will have a sufficient time to perform in the examination. Okay. Don't act like we do not have that much sufficient time. Okay. I know I'm a trainer. I know that like if you read it carefully, you can handle even you don't need to come back and re-evaluate the question or re-evaluate the answers. Fine. So I'm coming back and I'm just going to inbound calls sheet and there it is. And look, inbound calls. And if I just go down, I got a chart. Okay. And this in this chart, right? Let's see. Inbound calls worksheet modify the St. Louis by product chart to show product on the horizontal axis. How will you show the product? Like this is the product which is coming in the x axis. It should comes in a horizontal axis, right? So how you gonna do that? Everybody just look. If I click on this select data, if I click on the select data, fine. So there is a legend entries and there is a horizontal axis labels. So in the horizontal, it is coming as a month. But in this horizontal, I want all these product name. Okay. What I did, I just select the chart and I come to this chart design and I click on this select data. Okay. Now listen, everybody. Are you guys observing like what kind of question Microsoft is asking? Microsoft wants to check your knowledge of Excel. It means it is talking about this horizontal legend entries, which we never even focused on, right? When we come for the chart, we only add the chart, applying colors, data labels, data values, that's it. And this one, Microsoft knows very well. That's why these tricky question it's asking. So you guys have to do one thing, like when you start doing practice, at least go inside all these features, at least read all these names, so that like when it say do this one, at least you should remember, okay, where can I found that option. Fine. So I'm in this legends and this one. So this question wants me to switch the data from this to this and this one to this one. Means product should be in a horizontal axis and month should be in a this legend entries. But how can I? It's very simple answer. There's a switch row and column. When I clicked on it and see I got the product name here. Okay. I got the product name inside the horizontal axis. That's it. And just simply say okay. And your chart is done, guys. Okay, that's the horizontal axis. Fine, that's what exactly it wants to do that. Fine. Product on the horizontal axis and month as a series. So you can see that like now month is coming into the series and product name is coming as a horizontal axis labels. Just look, observe, and answer me. Is that clear? Guys, you yeah, very good. So at least respond so that I'll in the beginning did you select yes, Sakina, without selecting the chart, this is not possible, huh? Like that's not possible to open this chart design option, right? So you must have to select the chart. That's really important. Again, I'm getting very less response. Hope everyone's side this one is clear. Perfect. So okay, so I'm just going to say okay now. Now this one is getting completed. Now I'm going back to the project 6. Okay, let's start with the first question. That question is like on the donor contact info. There is a sheet names donor contact info. Add a column name cell phone to the right side of the home phone column. I think it seems to be very, very, very easy question, right? So I have to go to this donor contact info sheet. I'm here, and I told you guys, yeah, yesterday, if I want to jump on any particular sheet, what do I have to do? Answer me. Okay, Mansi, but where do I need to right click? On the arrow. Good, Ashwini. Very good. Mm, okay, Rohan, that's cool, but it will take time. It is not offering me to one click. Guys, at least participate in my questions. That gives you more energy to get qualified in this examination, huh? And Sweta, as you mentioned, switch row column. Yes, you can use that feature. You know what? But I have to explain what exactly the meaning. That's why I select the data and I did it, right? So that you will always, you also be very much sure. But that switch option is the same one you can use directly. Good one, Minakshi. Very well done. Yeah, perfect. So I just did right click here and right click here, and the sheet name was uh, donor. So that's donor. I think the donor event, it was not. Yep, donor contact info. There is it. So I'm here, and now what the question is, it says add a column named cell phone to the right of the home phone column. Yeah, that's a home phone column. I have to add a column to the right side. So do not right click on this H column. Okay. If you do that, so this one will move to the right side. Okay. If you want to add a fresh new column to the right side of this H, you have to select the very next one, because the by default setting in Microsoft Excel, whenever you right click and you click on this insert, right? So it will get shifted to the next one, right? So this is what you guys have to remember. Like one shot, one click, and this question should get done. Now it says, tell me the name of its cell phone. I just click here and just type here cell phone, and your answer is ready for the first question. Hope it seems to be clear, everyone. Moving on to the next question. On the donor list worksheet, change the donor labels. Now listen, on the donor list worksheet, change the donor labels table to sales and keep the formatting. Now there are so many people in while using Excel, they doesn't know, like if I come to this donor list, okay, and there is a this one, this is a table, right? There is a table named is donor labels. Now what this question means, it says like just convert them into without table, right? It is table now, like it is not saying to convert it into a table, right? It is saying that just come back from the table format, convert them into a cells, but the formatting keep it. Fine. As you guys can see this, like see if I, let's look at this table design. If I click outside of the table, nothing nothing is appear on the top on this ribbon tab. However, if I click on this table, see I got this table design. That's proved like this is a table. Okay, that's proved. See, if I clicked here, see I didn't get anything here, right? But if I select this area and I come to this insert and I click on this table and I just convert them into a table format, and look, now the table design is coming. So that's proved like this donor label is nothing but a table, right? So it says that keep the formatting as it is, but it should not behave like a table. So in such type of questions, what you have to do, step number one, select the table. I mean to say, you can click anywhere on this table, then just open this table design. Okay, come to the table designs and just look at this option, everyone. That's called a convert to arrange, right? So as you can see, the definition is coming in that box. Convert this table into a normal range of cells. So if I click on it, the pop-up will get appear. It just wants to get confirmation, like, do you want to convert the table to a normal range? You say yes. And I say yes. See, the formatting is remains same. However, my table is not there. This is not a table now. It is just simple cells. I hope this is the first time you get this on this point. Am I right? Lovely. Guys, just do respond if this answer is clear to everyone. Perfect, Akash. And Amit says that table designs convert to range option. Yes, absolutely agree. Okay, it's time to discuss the next T1. Can you repeat? This T1 seems to be on the donor contact info worksheet, add a column. So you just have to come to this donor contact info, and it says that on the right side of this column, there is a new column. There's a new column you have to add. So the trick is, like, do not select this column, right? You have to select the next one and then do right click on this selection and just insert. So it will always insert the table, the column to the left side of the selected column. So there this column is being added. Now you can simply click on this top of the cell and just rename it. That is the answer of this T1 question. Hope this one is clear now. Now moving on to the T3. It says copy A59 to C63 on the donor list worksheet to A2 to C6 on the top donor worksheet. What it says, trying to say, copy A59 to C63 on the donor list worksheet to A2 to C6 on the top donors worksheet. Okay, let's check. That is the donor list. Now the cell address is A59 to C63. So A59 to C63. This is what I have selected, and I just come to this one and I just made a copy of it. Okay. Now copy, and now you have to go to the top donor worksheet and paste it into A2C6. So top donor, where is it is? There is a top donors list, right, everybody? And I just say okay now. And now from A2, see A2 like C6. In this area, you have to paste that data, right? You can simply click on it, and whatever you have copied, that will get pasted here. So sometimes this type of question will be there. You guys have to be very smart. to understand the question and answer it. Clear? Minakshi, that's completely up to your in your way. Like there are 3 to 4 ways we have to add a new column. Okay, so even whatever you mentioned here, that's another the smartness here. So you can try that one too. Yes, try to keep away using the shortcut key. Okay, try to keep away from the using shortcut key. Try to use the options available in your Excel. You have a range problem. Range is not a problem here. You can simply do one thing, come to this donor list, select whatever the range it says in the examination, just select it and come to this home tab, and there is a copy option. Okay, Ashwini, just make a copy of it. Now where it wants to get paste, you have to go to that sheet like this, and now select that range A2 to C6, and simply click on this icon. That is the that icon, that option is for paste. You can simply click and the data will get pasted here. So I hope this one is also clear now. Okay, guys, what about others, guys? Are you everyone is clear now? Now coming back to the next question. So okay, on the demographics worksheet, create a 3D clustered column chart that shows the total donation by age group. Age group should be listed from younger to oldest on the horizontal axis, and change the chart title to donation by age group. Now listen, in this question there are 3 things which you guys have to do. First of all, go to demographics sheet. Okay, and whatever the data will be there, you have to create a 3D clustered column chart, so that there is a default chart will comes automatically, we all knows, right? Now what you have to keep in your mind, that it should shows the total donation by age group. This is like there's a 2 column you have to select. The first one is a total age, and by total donation by age group. Now, age group should be listed from youngest to oldest on the horizontal axis. Okay, let's again break it in a small part and do it one by one, right? The first things is demographic sheet. There it is. Now, you guys can see that there is an age group and there is a total donation, correct? Like this one it is talking about, right? You can see this one. It is coming like 25 to 35, 35 to 45, and this one, that one, and that one. Fine. So I just select this area and come to insert. Inside the insert tab, you know, there is a charts group. You guys can see this one. This is a chart, and if you click on this one, that is a column chart, right? And this is a 3D column. And you know what, everyone? Here I just wanted to note, I want to clarify one thing, everybody. Every chart has its name. Sometimes Microsoft also cross check, like, are you much aware of these options or not? So wherever you hold your mouse, you can see the name is coming, the 3D clustered, this 3D stacked column, a 3D clustered column, a 3D 100 stacked column. So wherever you hold your mouse, you can see the name of this chart, right? So don't be confused. Like you have to go with all the chart. You can see this one, right? every chart has its name. So at least before appearing for the examination, at least go and check and note it down all the name of the chart, right? So that like you can open the right chart option in your examination, so that will save your time. Fine. So I'm just going to make it cancel. I have to read what is the chart name. That's 3D clustered column chart. I am here, and that's 3D clustered column chart. Okay. When I clicked on it, this chart is just get added here. That's really cool. Very nice. And now, if I'm taking you back to the question. So see, first I come to this part, then I just completed this one. Okay, total donation by age group. You guys can see this one. Total, this is the total donation by age group. This one we reached. Now it says that age group should be from youngest to the oldest, right? So you can see under 25 to over 65. It means this part is also getting done. Now, oldest on the horizontal axis. Okay, and we all knows like how can we just convert this age group in a horizontal axis. I have to go to the select data, right, and see in the horizontal that age group is coming. So if it is coming, then really good one. Assume that if it is not coming, so we have to switch it. But see, it's coming by default here, so that's a really good sign. That's really good news. Fine. So and change the chart title. Okay, and change the chart title to donation by age group. So that's my title. Okay, I will just select it and name it like, sorry, I think the name of it, donation by age group, and just click outside of it. Okay, everyone. So just remember, like if ever happened to you, like this type of questions comes to in your examination, you have to come to this one and just check like is it horizontal or not, is it in the series or not, and just do as it says. Fine. So this is the question. You can simply cross check and confirm me. Is it clear? Anushri, you can, if you are very much confident on it, yes, definitely you can use that shortcut too. But the select data, this is the way I am just, making the things clear here. Okay, because there are so many students here now, maybe they are not even aware about it. But if you are 100% sure, you can directly use that switch column too. Guys, again, I'm getting very less response. Yes, yes, why not? And one and two questions. Okay, so let's start with the T4 and the T4 question. Okay, this one, the T4 I have just explained. Okay, and this question was like key. There is a data in demographic sheet. You have to add a 3D clustered column chart. So in that case, I went to insert tab. One second. Yeah, I went to insert tab, and there is the column option, and I have to choose 3D column group, in which the first one is called 3D clustered column chart. In between it says cross check like the age group is in a you know youngest to the oldest format or not. You can see it is started from smallest to the largest one, correct? And also it says in that question, cross check like it is in the horizontal axis or not. So to just cross check, I came to this select data, and I just check. So the age group is coming in a horizontal axis, means it's perfect one, right? I hope this one is clear now. And Rutuja, like question number two and one and two. So I'm coming back to this one. So first question is like in the donor contact info. Oh, that one is very simple. You have to add a column. Add a column before this. Before there is a column home phone. Okay, now not before. I think it's just after. Means this right side. Okay, so you can simply come to this donor contact info and just do right click on this column, then very next to the home phone and just insert it, right? That is the question answer of first question. And the second one is like on the donor list worksheet, change the donor labels to the self. So whenever you have, like if I'm in this donor list, no, I think where it was, okay, I forgot. Yeah, that's donor list. Sorry. So this is the donor list, and if I just go upside, so this is the table, right? And if you want to convert any table to their sales range format, you have to click on this table design and just click on this option that's called convert to range. If you clicked here, it will ask you for the confirmation like you want to convert this table into a normal cell range, so you have to just specify yes. That is the answer of the first question and the second question. Now tell me, is it clear? Okay, now let's see what is the next question. Oh wow, so six project we have completed. Now I think we are in the final project now. Okay, so I'm just going to off this one. The first question says that on the games worksheet, row number 12 to through row number 18 in the category and column 1, columns of the cost range to form a single 7-row column named category. Values should remain left justified. Okay, let's check on the games worksheet. Let's go to the games worksheet first. Right click, games worksheet. I'm here. Now, in this question, it says row number 12 to 18 in the category. That's row number 12 to the 18th. Okay. And it says, and column of the cost range to form a single 7-row column named category. Value should remain just left justified. Okay, means what? See, this kind of confusing questions can be in your project. So you have to like wanna give you one more trick, everybody. You can skip it. Like if you're not um just understanding the any question now, do not waste your time there, right? You can come after completing all the questions, so that is possible now. Maybe this question is quite tricky, you are not getting the exact meaning of it, so what you have to do, just click on the next question, right? Just left it. So once you have completed all the projects, you can again come back and you can review it like and you will have sufficient much more time to complete such kind of questions, right everyone? And you know what, this advice would like to circulate everybody here who is listening to me. In Microsoft exam, you will have completely 100% chance to re-evaluate. Okay, before submitting, before clicking on the final submit, please click on your project and cross check, like maybe is there any question on which you have activated your that orange flag symbol. That orange flag symbols means like ki, I want to review it. So you can come back and you can review your question again and you can answer it later. So do not waste your time there. Fine, you can simply, you can simply skip it and jump for the next question. How is the exam for? Okay, Asis, I'm not. My voice is not proper means what? I My voice is not proper. I know it's little bit what like heavy voice. Asis, am I audible to you now? Okay, now listen. Kavita, the format. Yeah, sure. Go ahead, Asis. You can rejoin. Okay, thank you, Sagar. Now, listen, everyone. Let me explain the pattern of the exam here in Microsoft Office 2016 for Office Specialist, and then I'll be back to for the rest of the question. Fine. The pattern is very simple. You guys have to create an account in your Certiport ID. The exam will be online. Okay, you have to log in it from your computer and there will be a proctor who will put a password. Okay, and then your exam will get started. Once the exam will get started, you will have around 50 minutes to complete all the questions, right? And it is not MCQs. Kavita, wait, I'm answering everything here. The question, there will be no MCQs. Okay, the entire exam will be on a practical basis as I'm doing. You will get this question, the just like this question, and there will be a sheet open on your screen. As I am going and clicking on the sheet, you have also go and click on the sheet, and they done, and there will be a data. Now, what exactly Microsoft is saying, you have to apply the things there. So your mouse position, you're selecting, you're doing the every like whatever you are doing, everything will get saved at the same moment, right? So that could be possible 6 to 7 or maybe 5 to 6 project will be there, not more than six, I think so. Maybe a maximum 7 project, and every project has around 4 to 5 questions, right? Minakshi, this one later on will update you. Like there will be a slot timing, so you guys can decide your slot timing as per the availability. Fine. The questions, I think, Kavita, maybe like if there will be 6 projects, so every project has around 6 questions. You can consider 36, 35 questions will be there. Is it making sense now, Kavita? Okay. Utkarch, there will be 1000 marks. That will be 1000 mark is the total marks there. And out of everybody noted down, 700 will be the passing marks. Okay. If you score 699, you will be failed. You have to score at least 700 or more than 700, right? Out of 1000. Then you will be passed. Otherwise, there will be not good things there, right? Gauri, I must say, like at least this project you have to do at least 2 to 3 times, as I have explained. Fine, and also you can, you can Google's, you can, you can search some of the preparation for, like There is no any certain website which are avail no which uh, given you this mock kind of test here. Fine. You can do YouTube, you can search on YouTube, and also there are some certain questions will be there, so you can note it down, and you can try it in your Excel workbook. There is no any website, Minakshi, for mock test for Microsoft Office Specialist. Yes, Rohan, once you get 700 marks, you will get your certificate, your Microsoft Office Specialist 2016 certificate. Any idea about what, Kavita? See, I must say, like, the idea is, you know what, everybody, look at on the screen. I want to discuss something here. Then I'll be back with the rest of the question. You know what? You should have, like, when you start doing practice, at least you have to go ahead with this feature, format cells. So in this format cell, you know what? These names and alignment, there will be, these option at least go through with this one, so that like at least you just remember ki okay, this option I can get it here in this feature. See, I'm not saying ki like ki you know but these are the options which you guys have to be there and just go and cross check. Like for example, you can see this one. If it says that alignment should be justified, so alignment, where will you get it, right? So alignment is here in the number. Click on this dialog box, come to this alignment, and look, there is a horizontal, left indent, right indent, center, fill justify, and even there is a bottom justify, distributed, central, top, and even sometimes indent too. You can indent too by what number. So might be if in this the question comes in such a way, so at least if you use these options, or maybe if you have gone through with these options, you guys will have idea about it, right? That's what my purpose is. Okay, at least go and check all these options so that you are very much aware ki where I can find this option in Excel. Correct. That is the first one. Format cell, that is the first one. The second one is like, sorry, you guys have to click on this format and look at these options. Sometime it says for the row height, for the column width, okay, for hide and unhide. So these options are also here. At least just go ahead with these, so that you will understand, okay, this option I can get via inside this option. Fine. And apart from this, you have to use this shorten filter, find and select. Inside the find and select, you can use this go to spatial option, right? So sometime it says to select all the blank cells at one click. Like for example, if there is 3, there is 7, there is 9, and there is 8. Okay, and if I just select this range from like J10 to M, I think M13, and I want, like, Microsoft ask you like select all the blank cells in between this range at one click. How will you select? So you can come to this find and select and click on this go to spatial, and just click on this blank and just say okay, and look, all the blank cells are now get selected at one click. At least you should know about this feature. Okay, so that will be more helpful, and it will gives you more time to evaluate other questions too, if you have gone through with these features in Excel. Guys, are you getting my point? Ashwini, if you don't have, my friend, if you don't have 2016 version, at least try to arrange it with your IT team, or IT. You can ask to anyone to arrange you this Office 2016. Asif, if you don't have PC for the exam, So I'm not the right person to answer up this query, I think so. Okay, you can inform to your college that you don't have PC for the exams. Let's see what else we can do. We can help you out. Okay, Asis. Sakina, I must say, if you have 2013, there at least go ahead with all these features. In 2016, there are a couple of options is only change, huh? Just like data and this option, right? But at least 80 to 85% option is the same as in 2013 and 2016, right? Rohan, once this, you know what? Like the workshop will get wind up, will get completed, fine. So from the mutual understanding you will get the date of your examination, but before it, please be prepared, be ready for it. Okay, soon we will update you the exam date for all, to all of you. I think all the lectures are getting recorded, Manali. So after the workshop, you will get 3 days recorded link. Okay, you can listen the videos here. Yes, Sakina, you will get 2016, but that 2016 of Microsoft. Okay, this is the online exam. There will be automatically screen of Microsoft, web page. A Microsoft Excel file will get open in your screen, and meanwhile, when you are appearing for the exam, everything will get locked. You cannot minimize it, you cannot close it, you cannot change the tab, you cannot open any application like Google or something. Nothing you can do. When the exam is start, your screen is finally locked to get submitted. Okay. Uh, my voice is lagging, guys. I hope my voice is clear to everyone. Okay, guys, feel free to ask me whatever questions coming in your mind. Okay, regarding exams, whatever questions coming in your mind, feel free to ask me. Kavita, you can give this exam staying at your home. That is the beautiful things, right? Mansi, oh my goodness. Okay, now listen. If the screen is being locked, then the question comes like look at the mouse pointer. See, look at from this area to till this 19. Okay, so this one from this area on the above side, the Excel sheet will be there, and you can see the question in this particular area. That is the pattern of your exam. Okay, so you can see the questionnaire and the project link, project things here on the bottom of your screen. So you can click. Kavita, don't worry about this one. Okay, you can simply, we will connect even with you, or you can connect with your college team, college with your college. So let's see what best we can do for you. Okay, so that like you can appear for the examination. Yeah. Come on, everyone. Like whoever listening to me, ask your question. Ask, just get the read of your confusion from this exam. This is I'm telling you guys. I'm telling you one thing. This is very simple exam. trust me, don't be bother and don't be panic. Okay, this is really very very simple exam. Only because you didn't practice na, that's why you are, maybe you are feeling that key, like what kind of questions, how we're gonna attend it and all, right? Only the practice is required. Trust me, if you do practice, you will become much familiar with this Excel version, and then the data handlation and the exam will become so easy for you. So, like if you're watching this Excel and you never touched it, na, so trust me, this application and even that exam is really, really hard to get past. So don't be appear for exam if you not have sufficient practice. At least go ahead for the practice. Do practice at least for 1 week, for 3 days, for 4 days. Sufficient practice you can do. Complete this project at least 2 to 3 times, right? At least go with all the options. Just see and observe the name of it. Okay, you can note it down somewhere on a paper or something. Okay, like if this option, if in the question, and I have to go. So where can I get? So that will save your time. Otherwise, if you're not doing the practice, so you at the in the examination you will get confused. Where can I get this option? That is a main reason to not qualify this exam, because people are not much aware about these options. Okay, at least do this level of practice so that you just remember the name of it, right? Like for example, show formula. So you have to click on formula and there is a show formula option. So this one I can't memorize, okay, but at least I can note it down somewhere, so that like I just remember key somewhere in Excel I have seen this option, right? If you know it, then you have this Excel, you can even click and you can simply find it out in the exam. Oh, is that clear, everyone? But Sakina, what is the reason for, like, why you need webcam? Huh? It's a technical exam, so no webcam is required, right? It is not like uh, we are not face-to-face discussion in the exam. So it's a offline, it's an online exam. No webcam. You can live. You can simply do what the instruction is there. Read the question carefully and apply it on the data. That's it. Yeah, of course. Why not? Yes, you can go for the next question and you can re-evaluate it after completed, right? But do not click on the final submit button, because if you do that, then you will not have a chance to come back. Okay. So if you want to, uh, before clicking on the submit button, the final submit, at least click on your project 1, 2, 3, wherever you want to go. You can click, the questions will get appear. Then you can again click on the question and you can re-evaluate. Minakshi, is that clear? Okay, I hope this one is clear, Minakshi. I think I should go ahead with the last project and then we'll back, and uh, at the end we will discuss more about the examination. Okay, everyone, shall we go? Now, Viraj Patil, very late. Why? Question 1, duration of exam. Question 2, number of question. How can I say? But okay, let me answer. As per my experience, it says duration of the exams around 50 minutes. Okay, total marks will be 1000. Passing marks will be 700, not less than that. If you score 699, my dear friend, you're not qualified, you're disqualified. 700 is the borderline. You have to score anyhow more than that, or at least 700. And the number of questions, like you will get 6 to 7 project. Every project has around 5 questions. You can do multiply 5 into 7, that will be 35 questions. All approximately will be there. Viraj, is that clear? Guys, if you're not responding, then how can I come to know, like, okay, the answer is clear, so should I move? Okay, I'm coming to the next question. Uh, okay, now so I'm skipping this one. Okay, I'll be back to this question, right? So on the shareholders info worksheet, change the height of the row that contains the text annual repeat to 30. Now that's the point, right? So I'm coming back to shareholders info, and then it says change the height of the row that contain the text annual. Where is the annual? This one. There is. This is the cell. Have the annual name. Now it says the annual repeat to 30. The height of the row. Annual repeat height. I have to make it 30. So how, like, where I'll get the row height option. So you have to go to this home tab and click on this format. Look, I was just talking about this one. The question came, right? So there you will get the row auto fit row height and row height, right? So you have to click on, not auto, it should be row height. It is getting open now. You have to made it 30 and just say okay. Your job is done. Clear? Is that clear, or do I need to repeat it? Very well done. Perfect. Now I'm going to read the next question. Rename the outdoor toys worksheet to outdoor sports. I think this question, I hope you guys can do it by yourself. Or do I need to explain this T3? Mansi, say no. Are you sure, Mansi, you don't know how to rename the sheet? Okay, so I am considering that you guys can answer this question. I'm sure about it. Like, you can rename the sheet. Now, come to the question number 4. So let's see what the question number 4 is. In cell C5 in shareholders info worksheet, add a hyperlink. This one. This one I have to add as a hyperlink. Okay. So display the text more info in the cell. Now this is really, really very tricky question, right? So what you have to do, you have to go to the cell address first. That's C5. Hmm. Okay, okay. Let me off this chat window so that, like, I always getting distracted. Okay, let me answer up this one first. Then I'll be back to your queries, everybody. In cell C5 of shareholder info, and there is a shareholders info sheet, and C5, where are you? That's C, that's 5, this one. Okay. Now here I have to type this web address http dot tells pintwise.com beyond HTML. So how will you do that? That's very simple. You have to come to this insert, and there is an option, everybody. It's called a link. Okay, that's called a hyperlink. You have to click on this hyperlink. When you clicked it here, when you open this hyperlink option, you will get this one. That's called an address. Okay, that's called an address. Okay, in this address, you have to type that you know that web address which is given in the examination. Fine. So you don't have choice to copy and paste it, right? So you have to type exactly as it is, right? So you can simply type this one here like this. Fine. So you can type. I'm sure, but like everybody can type this one. Once you have typed, and look, this question is not even completed. It says the text should be displayed like a more info. So once you type your web address, then you have to click on this one. That's called a text to display. Okay. And now here you have to type that's more info and just say okay. It means this is the link now. If I clicked on it, it will take me to that particular web page. Now tell me, is it clear? No, you can't copy and paste, Sahana. Okay, okay, Kumar, I can repeat this one. So this is the question related with the hyperlink. So what you have to do, come to this insert tab and click on this one. That's called a link option. So when you click on this link, this window will get appear. Now you have to type the web address here in this box. Okay, once you type it do not click on OK, because if you do that, it will display like this, which this exam don't want. You have to type here like more info. Fine, and just say OK. So now this one is coming. Now tell me, is that clear? Anubhav? Moving on. So, okay, now we reached to the final question, but one question is skipped. But first, we have to complete this one. And what it is, modify the print setting to fit each worksheet on a single page. Now, listen, modify the print setting to fit each worksheet on a single page. So, where is the print setting option? If you come to this page layout, there is a print titles, background, break, print area, size, orientation, and margin, right? And but we do not have any print setting option. So in this case, you have to go to this file, click on this print, and now you will get your print setting option. This is called the print settings. Okay, come to this print settings, right? And now, so if you clicked on this one, it says print entire workbook, print selection, or print active sheet. There are three options is there. And if you just come to this one, that no scaling, if you click on this, you can see fit sheet on one page. There is an option, my dear. Okay, fit sheet on one page. So everything will get fit on one particular page. If you don't know this a feature, you can note it down in your copy and let me know. Amit, page layout will not help you out. Huh? If you really don't know this feature, guys, go ahead and note it down at least and answer me if it is clear to you. Now listen everybody, I'm going to explain this one again. The question is like modify the print settings to fit each worksheet on a single page. Considering this question, you guys have to go to this file, okay, file, and simply come to this print option. Inside this print, there is a settings. Now come to this one that's called fit sheet on one page. If you click here, there is the answer of your query. You can click on it and that's done. Is that clear now? That's wonderful, wonderful, everybody. So we have completed our 7 project except one question, which I skip it. Right. So now it's time for evaluation of that question too. So let's go back to that question, which I skipped it, and this one. Now on the game worksheet, row 12 through row 18 in the category and column 1 in the columns of the cost range to form a single 7-row column named category. Values should remain left justified. Very simple. I'm in this game and see, this is the table of, you know what, that's cost, and this is the table of that's sales, right? Now it says on the game row 12 to 18 in the category. So that's my category, row 12 to 18, fine. And column 1 columns of the cost, there it is, this one, right? Now to form a single 7-row column named category, now value should remain left justified. It means from here to there, the values, the whatever the values is, it should remain left justified. So it is basically talking about the alignment, right? So where can I get the alignment page? That's very simple. You can click on this one, this alignment. If you click, this one will get appear. Now what you guys have to do inside this one, see, that's the, if you just click on this one, so there is an indent, justify, right? And if you just click on this vertical, there is a top, center, bottom, justified, and all. Fine. So if I come to this question, value should remain left justified. So I'm just going to select this left, okay, and I'm just going to choose this justify. Fine. And I just click on the okay now. Right? So this is something which you guys have to apply on that selected area. This is something which you have to align. Okay, alignment you can get here in this alignment, or sometime, you know what, everybody, this one is one question. Sometimes I have observed there is this one and there is justify too. So this justify is different, right? And when it comes with the left, or it comes with the right, or it comes to the center, it is always be a topic of alignment. Okay, you have to select this left, right? You have to select this left, and then you have to choose this justify option. Clear? And just say okay. That's it. Your job is done. Now, if this one is there, then maybe question comes in your mind like, sir, then what is the use of this justify? You know what? This is the best use of it, this one. Let me show you. We all knows about this merge and center. Okay, first of all, tell me this one. Like, is this question, is this clear? Because uh please just answer me guys. Like, is this one is clear? Yeah, thank you everybody. That's for the response. So we have completed our entire project, okay, and we have a very few minutes left. So I'm going to give you some of more best ideas, like experience of mine. I would like to share with all, right? So in your exam, that will help you a lot, right? So that's you have to select this one, the values, and click on this alignment. Click on this left indent and choose this justify. That's it, and just say okay. So this is what the question is in demand, right? So I was talking about this what say this justify, right? This justify. So assume that if you have any information which is in a different cells, for example, like that's A10 Shalimar Bagh, New Delhi. Okay, this is someone's home's address. Okay, assume that. Now I need to just combine them into one single cell. I need to combine them into one single cell. How can I? So one thing comes in your mind at the same time, and that one is a merge and center. If I click on this one, I got this message, and I just say, okay, see, I got this A10 blunder mistake. I'm not getting the right answer because when I tried to get it merged into one cell, I get only 810. So this kind of problems comes in your practical life too. When you start your corporate life, this type of a problem you can face in your data too. So what you have to do, look everybody. The step number one, you have to select your data and just expand the column as much like you believe that it can adjust into one line. First what I did, I select the data and I just expand the column as much you believe that this one now get merge into one cell, and then come to this fill option and just click on justify, and look everybody, your problem is resolved. So for this kind of purpose guys, we are using this justify option. How about this? Guys, how about this trick? Now, the next question. Okay. Like if there is a value is like 123.567893 so that is the decimal digits, right? Now it's in your exam, if it says that convert this value into two decimal digit with a function. Now again I'm repeating my question. Convert this figure with two decimal round figure, okay, but with a function. Because we all know the shortcut is like I can select and I can reduce the decimal digit by clicking here, right? And I can get the round figure value. But assume that it's just clearly mentioned it should be done with a formula in the cell L10. What you will do, you have to use this function. It's called a round function. Okay, if you choose this round function, select the cell, select that value cell and put comma, and now it says give me the number of digits. When I just say 2, a 2 means 2 number of digits value should get rounded. When I hit enter and look, I get the answer now. Okay, that is the use of this round function. So we have a shortcut. but we also know the functions too. Come on, just reply. Is it done? Is it clear? Guys, do you want to see couple of more functions like this? Dipesh, if you have Office 365, man, it means you are using one of the latest system. Okay, so you have to be very happy. Like you can use Office 16, 2019, Office 365. It's the latest one. Okay. Okay. Yeah, sure. Let me give you some couple of more, you know, things there. So that is a round function. Fine. You know what, everybody? Like, I have observed, like in the exam, like sometime it's gives you some tricky questions. Like, see, uh, let me little bit zoom out. Okay. So, for example, there is a product, and that is I'll take a very few time. Everybody, don't worry about this one. Okay. Uh, Price, and there's discount, right? And product is like there is a jeans, and there is a, this t-shirt, and t-shirt, jeans, and let's say a shoe, or maybe I can say jeans, a t-shirt, and a shirt. Yeah, look, and there is some price value I have just given. So you should not worried about this one. I'm just preparing a small data for all of you. Okay, so I have a small data for all of you. Look, that is the price range of jeans, t-shirt, and shirt and all. Now, company has, now in your exam, maybe if the question is there, like if it is a jeans, okay, if the product is jeans, so there will be, a 2% discount on their price. But if it is a shirt, so it will be 1.5% discount. And if it is a shirt, so it will be like 1% of discount. Now you have to apply a function here to calculate the discount amount. Now that's a tricky question, correct? But if you know, you can apply the same. See, you can start with this if logical statement. Okay, if we all know, because the if is required, and you just say if in this cell, if you found what, a jeans, right? If you found a jeans, then comma means like if I found true, then you have to give a 2% discount. A 2% discount on what? A 2% discount of the price value, correct? Comma. So you guys can just simply start thinking. आपने अभी इसको बोला, if you found jeans, give me 2% discount. Now Excel says that if I didn't found, then I'm just going to say again, if you didn't found jeans, but if you found like t-shirt, then again give the discount of this price is 1.5%, comma. Again the same question, if I did not find jeans and t-shirt, then I said if you not found jeans, not found t-shirt, but if you found any shirt, okay, then you can give simple like 1% discount of the price. Otherwise, if you found anything else apart, give it 0. Let's close the bracket and I hit enter. And look everybody what happened. I got this 18.38. Why? Because this is a jeans, and you can just do 919 multiply with 2%. it will be 18 rupees 38 paise. Now if you just drag it down, you will get all the discount. So this functions, we called it, everybody, is nested if condition. Fine. Right. So that is the nested if condition. I have just explained simple if condition in the first project on the first day, but I know sometime in the exam it is also asking for the nested if conditions. So I have just given you a simple idea about it. You can also try for the same. I have seen like the question was like ki if the color is red, if the color is yellow, and if the color is blue, so give me this, that, and that answer. So you have to do this if condition. I hope this one is clear, everybody. Okay, Akash. I know it's a little bit maybe like if it is not in touch, so might be it looks like a little bit weird. You can take a picture of it. You can take a picture of this question as I've just written here, and you in your Excel at least you can try practice, so you will get more clarity on it. This feature is called a nested if query. Okay, everybody. Now this time, okay, Dipesh, don't worry. Soon you will get the date of your exam. Okay, now very few minutes left, everybody. Like, if anyone have any queries regarding your exam, regarding Excel, anything, feel free to ask me. Come on. Dear all student. Yes, Neha, and even not only you, but I'm sending this solve file to everybody. Okay, so I hope everyone wants this file, the solution of this file, which I have just solved it. Sakina, but okay, the new email you have just dropped me here. Fine, definitely. Concatenate function is very simple. Like like if you have two names, like for example, there is let's say my name, so Azim, and there is Ahmad, and you just want to combine it together. So you can use this concatenate function, like that's concatenate. Okay, you can select the name first, comma, then you can put a space bar if it is required, or if any symbol is required, you can put it in between double inverted comma, and then you can use this ampersand, right? And just close the bracket, hit enter, and see it's coming with the combined one. Okay, that is the use of this concatenate function. Gauri, is that clear? Perfect. Okay, everyone. So Rishi, for exam, I think I have given my best ideas for all of you guys. See, in last, I would like to say no shortcut, no nothing. Only one advice and one tips is for all. At least do complete this project twice, and please go through with the feature, with the options of Office 2016. Okay, that will gives you more idea and more confident in your exam. Do not waste your time on any questions which you are not clearing to you, which is not clear to you. Just skip it, jump on the next question, and you can come back and review it again. That is the only tips for you, for all of you. Okay, I hope with me, like in these 3 days, guys, you get some new idea, or you get some confident on this application Excel? Yes, no? Okay. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you, Kash, and thank you, everyone. Right. Um, would like to say all the very, very best to all of you. Do qualified, and I'm sure about it, guys. You guys can now get qualified in the examination, in this exam, and get international certificates, everybody. So, wish you all the best. And okay, Akash, wherever you stuck, if you have a query, you can reach to us, and the query will directly come to me. Okay. Okay, everybody. Thank you so much. And again, wish you all the very, very best to everybody. Good night, sweet dream, and yes, do practice. Okay. Thank you to joining me, everyone. Bye bye. Thank you so much.